Hi, my name is Rose. When I was 10, I found out that the woman I called Mom was actually my aunt. My biological mother had given me to her as an act of charity, since my aunt couldn't have children and my mom already had 3. Ever since then, I haven't stopped wondering, was I an act of kindness or just an act of neglect? People always said I had a unique look, olive skin, this odd shade of green eyes. I started wearing glasses at 6, so maybe that ruined the effect. Doesn't matter. Let me just tell you up front, my life wasn't some wild adventure. Just me, drifting through school with a weirdly decent sense of humor, and a family situation no one could explain in one sentence. Now, my dad, God bless his midlife crisis, decided he wanted to be the next Steve Irwin. Not in a cute, let's volunteer at the zoo kind of way, but full-blown obsessed. Animal documentaries, snake facts at dinner, backyard traps to train my instincts. By the time I was 7, I could name more venomous reptiles than I could types of candy, which, honestly, explains a lot. So when Christmas rolled around, I didn't ask for Barbies or ponies or whatever other kids were crying about. I had one very specific, very non-negotiable wish. A snake. A real one. A snake? Absolutely not.
But not just any snake. He's educational.
So is watching a nature show. Why don't you print out a picture and hang it on your wall?
His name is Venno. I already made a tank out of the rice cooker box.
I'm not feeding it, I'm not touching it. And if it escapes, you're sleeping outside. I was that weird kid in school, obsessed with snakes, reptiles, and obscure animal facts. So no, I didn't have many friends. And honestly, I was fine with that. Apparently, not everyone else was.
So, as you both know, Rose is different, and I think we should work together to help her make some friends.
Well, you're saying it like there's something wrong with my daughter. Maybe all her classmates are just weird and stupid, and she doesn't want to be their friend.
Honey.
Mrs. McGill, I understand your frustration, but your daughter brought a snake to school, and she threw it at another student. Do you understand how dangerous that is?
She threw it at Jessica, the little bully brat you should have suspended years ago? But no, let's go after the quiet, weird kid who minds her business and likes snakes. Look, I get what you're saying. I do. But this is our daughter. She'll stay like this until she grows out of it, hopefully. So please, don't call us in for these Dr. Phil meetings again. Come on, honey. That night, I did the only logical thing a lonely, misunderstood 11-year-old could do. I sneaked out to get a tattoo of Venno. But the guy at the shop called my parents before the needle even touched my skin. And yes, I got an earful the entire way home. Things stayed the same until I turned 17. And then, everything changed. I stumbled across this online ad for something called the Reptile Lovers Retreat. It was this once-a-year, deep-in-the-jungle kind of event. A snake nerd paradise where people from all over the world camped out and swapped stories about their pet snakes and lizards. Next thing I knew, I was on a private jet for the first time in my life. Turns out, the whole retreat was organized by Matthew, a teenage billionaire with a thing for snakes, drama, and 5-star everything. He was the kind of guy who could throw a party mid-air like it was just another Saturday, and somehow make everyone feel like they belonged there.
Nice tattoo.
Thanks, bro. Got it last week. Finally. Been trying to get it for years.
You look familiar. Have we met before?
Oh, come on. Are guys still using that line? Is that, like, still a thing?
What? You've been eyeing me since the party started.
Well, yeah. You looked familiar.
Haha, see? Classic move. Old but gold.
Babe, what's so funny?
Jessica? What the heck are you doing here?
Existing? I'm here on a trip with my boyfriend. I'm not some weirdo snake girl who flies across the world just to hang out with reptiles.
Take it easy, babe. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Rose.
Sir.
Roser?
She means loser. But yeah, that's me. I barely had time to process what was happening before the world tilted sideways. Like, literally. We were falling. Fast. Then, crash. Everything went black. Where am I? The world around me was buzzing, but somehow we all survived. We were bruised, shaken, and freaked out for sure, but no one was seriously hurt. just a lot of stunned faces and a growing sense that we were officially in the middle of nowhere. My vision was a blur without my glasses, but I tried to keep my head in the game.
Come on! Where's the signal?
I don't think there's any service out here.
What do you mean, no service, you stupid losers? How are we supposed to?
All right, first things first. We need water. I'll look for a stream or anything nearby. Just stay here, don't panic, and for the love of snakes, don't wander off. We need to keep track of everyone and conserve energy until we know what we're dealing with.
I'll come with you.
Babe, it's so humid out here.
You mean dangerous, yeah?
Fine, I'll come with you. No way I'm letting you wander off alone with that ogre.
I rolled my eyes, and the three of us started walking. My eyes started itching, and Matthew told me they looked red. For hours, Jessica kept making snide comments whenever she could squeeze them in, but I was too focused to give her the reaction she wanted.
It's so humid. I swear I just felt a bug crawl into my shoe.
Welcome to the wilderness, babe.
Why are you even on this trip, Matthew? You look like someone who's never even been outside a spa.
Excuse you? I'm very outdoorsy. My family made me do survival camps every summer. You know, learn grit. Apparently being born rich means you have to earn your personality.
Hey, Rose, remember in 5th grade when you brought that snake to school? You were running to the bathroom and it got out of your bag and you turned around to grab it, then peed your pants?
I'm sure that didn't happen. Come on, Jess.
Yes, it did. I remember because it was my 12th birthday that day.
Wait, why were you 12 in 5th grade? Were you held back? I saw your passport. You're older than us.
She wasn't held back. Some people just start school later than others.
Why are you defending her?
Because she's a helpless little weirdo who will jump at any chance to be my friend. And fine, yes, I was held back. There, I said it. What now? You gonna break up with me?
No, babe, I was just...
Save it. I'd rather walk alone and get eaten by a wolf than spend another second with you and that snake perv. Whoa!
Just then, Jessica fell into a trap. A rope whipped around her ankle and yanked her up, leaving her dangling upside down midair.
Help! Help! What are you two idiots doing? Oh, sorry, babe. Not you. Her!
Say sorry to Rose first.
Matthew, listen. The fact that there's a trap here suggests there might be hunters nearby. Maybe we finally found someone. Wait, I hear footsteps.
I'll be with you, Rose, after Jessica apologizes. Come on, Jess.
I heard the footsteps getting closer, fast, so I climbed up a fallen tree trunk, crawled along the branch hanging above Jessica, and started cutting the rope, bare-handed, then with my teeth.
Matthew, behind you!
I looked up. A group of people stood there, dressed in what looked like traditional tribal gear. They were watching us. Their leader, a tall, stone-faced man, stepped forward. Everyone went silent. I awkwardly bit the rope one last time, and Jessica fell, head first, onto the ground with a thud.
Ouch! And who are these people? Are they gonna save us or eat us for dinner?
They didn't speak any English, and while Matthew tried to communicate with them, I noticed their leader staring at me. Then he took a step closer, and just like that, the whole group went still.
Soboki Nina Ayame.
He's looking at my snake tattoo. Then he turned to his people and said something in a language I didn't recognize. Suddenly, they bowed to me, like full-on prostrated. The leader gave a signal. 2 of them came over, lifted me onto their shoulders, and started chanting something as they carried me away. Matthew and Jessica followed in shocked silence. What are they saying?
Shikboko mayon koslaki fi.
I think he said, I like the cut of your jib, kid. You got guts.
We were taken to the center of the tribe, where dozens of teepees circled around in open space. The leader climbed onto a rock and gave what felt like a heartwarming speech. I mean, it sounded heartwarming. Then again, I had no idea what he was actually saying. Once again, the entire tribe bowed down. A few of them stepped forward carrying a wooden chair, decorated with ribbons and colorful fabrics. They set it down, motioned for me to sit, and then lifted it up, carrying me like I was royalty.
Why are they treating her like she's their god?
They do think she's their god, Jessie. All hail our goddess Rose.
I looked down at all these people, delighted to have me, at Matthew's proud smile and Jessica's jealous glare. And for the first time, I didn't see myself as an act of kindness or neglect or charity. I saw myself as a gift to humanity, or maybe a god. For starters, They placed me in a decorated teepee with round-the-clock security and women assigned to care for me. They bathed me in milk, washed my hair with oils that smelled like heaven, and fed me their best food. Every evening before sunset, they paraded me through the village on my chair and set me down at the center, where people lined up to kiss my hand and touch my feet, hoping for my blessings. Matthew and Jessica were given a separate teepee, way out on the edge of the tribe. I didn't speak to them for days. I only saw them from afar, where Jessica looked visibly annoyed. I knew they wanted to be saved, to go home, to call someone, but I figured that could wait. Besides, it's not like I could communicate with the tribe very clearly anyway. The tribe leader had a habit of presenting people to me during these blessing sessions, one person each day, so I could examine them and decide if they were worthy or pure. Naturally, I said yes to everyone. Who was I to judge? But one day, he brought me a young man, maybe in his early 20s. As he got closer, I caught a whiff of something unpleasant. Let's just say he didn't wipe well. I winced, just for a second. It wasn't dramatic, just a face. The leader's eyes widened immediately. He turned to his men and made a gesture, sharp and fast. Before I could say anything, they rushed in, grabbed the guy, and started dragging him away. He burst into tears, trying to crawl back, begging, looking right at me. He reached for my feet and cried harder. I stood up, trying to stop them. I stepped forward, blocking his path, trying to say something, anything. But the leader suddenly turned toward me and placed his hand on my shoulder. His eyes were cold, wide, steady. I froze and just stood there, watching them drag the crying man out of the clearing. And there was nothing I could do. For the next few days, I pretended to be sick so I wouldn't have to leave my bed. I just wanted to avoid those blessing sessions altogether. There was this girl, Huna. I eventually learned her name. She was assigned to be my personal assistant, but really, she was more like a babysitter. She barely left my side, day and night. Over time, I managed to learn a few words from her and teach her a few English ones too. Of course, I had to keep up the I'm sick act the whole time. You've been staring at the necklace for a while now, Huna. Do you like it? I wish I could give it to you. It's from my mom. My biological mom, actually. She gave it to me when I was 6, and even though I was too young to understand it back then, I remember thinking it was strange that my aunt would give me something so expensive. Oh, sorry, that's confusing. She was my aunt back then. When I turned 10, I found out she was actually my biological mother. She'd given me to her sister, my aunt, because she was poor and already had 3 kids, and her sister couldn't have any. I was angry and confused that day, but somehow I ended up pulling this necklace out of the drawer and putting it on. And ever since then, I haven't taken it off. Huna didn't respond. She just kept staring at the necklace. Sorry, girl, I can't give you this one. But here, take this bracelet. It's from Target, but it's cute. I'll give you the other bracelet if you like and subscribe and interact with this video so more people can see it and I become more famous. Huna gave me a side eye, but took the bracelet anyway. Just then, the leader barged in. He looked furious. Without saying a word, he grabbed Huna and pulled her to her feet. He started scolding her and pointing at me. My guess was that he figured out I was faking being sick and that Huna was covering for me. He tried to drag her out. I panicked. I didn't want her to get in trouble, especially not for me. I jumped up to stop him. The moment he saw me on my feet, his eyes widened. He shouted even louder at Huna. And I don't know what came over me, but I slapped him. He froze, stunned. For a few seconds, no one moved. Then he just turned around and walked out. Huna, I'll give you the necklace, but you've got to help me with something. Eventually, I managed to explain, at least partly, that I needed her to sneak Matthew and Jessica over to me. She looked hesitant, but after I gave her the necklace and pleaded for what felt like hours, she finally reluctantly agreed. That night, just before dawn, she stuffed them into the giant bags they usually used to carry firewood and placed the cart near my teepee's entrance. Matthew and Jessica snuck in quietly.
You better get us out of here before I kick your butt, you little miserable smackhead.
I wouldn't use miserable here, Jess. In case you haven't noticed, she's literally a god here.
She's still a stupid loser to me, and don't you ever defend her again. You did it before, and you're doing it now. I'm warning you, Matthew.
What are you gonna do, Jessica? We're stuck in the middle of some weird cult tribe, and this is what you're focused on? Belittling Rose? What has she ever actually done to you?
It's okay, Matthew. Thanks, but let's just focus. We need to figure out how we're getting out of here.
Oh, now you care about us? Do you have any idea what we've been through? We wake up at dawn, get sent to the mountains to hunt, whatever that means, and then we're out in the fields all afternoon. All we get to eat is plain rice and dry corn, while you're here eating fish and meat and bathing in milk like some freaking goddess. You're letting this whole thing get to your head. Maybe because deep down, you know how worthless and dirty you are. Just a smug little snake-loving mutt.
Jessica, enough! Cut it out, all right?
Huna sensed something was wrong. She stepped in, trying to gesture for Jessica to calm down.
Oh, what do you want now? Instead of standing there like some useless statue, why don't you go fetch us something decent to eat, huh? Food, stomach, hunger, food. You hear that?
She shoved Huna toward the entrance. Matthew rushed to stop her.
I'm tired. I want to go home. I miss my bed so bad.
It's okay. Calm down. Rose will help us figure this out.
She's an idiot. She never does anything right. She killed my brother. Yeah, she did. You didn't know that, huh? We were best friends, Rose, for 10 years. And then that night, you showed up crying, pouring rain, screaming about your mom, aunt, whatever. My brother, he came running down to check what was going on, and he tripped over you. Yeah, she was lying on the floor crying because she's that dramatic. He just had surgery, okay? He wasn't supposed to fall. Now he's in a coma. And every time I see you smiling and pretending like it didn't happen, I see him lying there. You didn't just ruin our friendship, you ruined everything.
Jess, that's not fair. You can't blame her for that. I'm sure Rose is sorry.
God knows how sorry I am. I think about it every single night. I've said I'm sorry more times than I can count.
Yeah? Look how sorry you are. Getting pampered like royalty while we rot out there. You and your crocodile tears. I'll never forgive you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was crying hard. That incident never left me. It came right after I found out about my mom and aunt. And then Jessica completely cut me off. She hated me. Made sure everyone else did too. That's when I started isolating. When I got more into snakes. They didn't judge. I took a shaky step forward, trying to reach out, maybe just to plead. But Jessica looked at me with pure disgust. Then she spat on me.
Don't you dare touch me, you pathetic little freak!
She stormed off. Matthew tried to whisper-shout after her, but she was already gone. He followed a second later. I stood there, wiped her spit off my cheek, and blinked my last tear away. The next day, during the blessing ceremony, the leader brought forward a few villagers like usual, but I didn't even look at them. I shook my head. He stopped, looking confused. I scanned the crowd. Then slowly, I raised my hand and pointed at Jessica. The crowd turned to look at her. Jessica didn't move. Her eyes locked on mine, wide and panicked. Her face went pale.
You wouldn't dare, Rose.
The leader ordered his men to bring her forward. She didn't resist. She walked with them, calm, composed, almost proud. When she got closer, she looked straight into my eyes, cold, like she was daring me.
What are you going to do, Rose?
So now I'm just Rose, not a pathetic loser anymore? She didn't say a word, just stared, but her eyes were saying, do the right thing. I looked at the leader and gave the signal to take her away.
No, please, stop! Rose, tell them to stop!
He tried to run toward us, but a few of the men held him back as Jessica walked away silently, without a fight, never once looking back. That night, I sat in my teepee with the worst headache of my life. My eyes were burning. I'd already kicked Huna out because I needed a break. Some rest without someone hovering around me like I was prey. Just then, Huna tiptoed back in, dragging Matthew by the ear.
Oh, Bucky Anime! Shokomuhene!
Matthew, why were you outside walking around my teepee? Do you know how dangerous that is?
Good evening, Rose.
Couldn't have a bad one if I tried.
I needed to talk to you, and I didn't know how. Ow! Seriously, tell her to let go of my ear.
If you're here to talk about Jessica, save it. She got what she deserved. I've been silent enough.
I get your pain, I really do, but she's been through a lot too. I mean, I wanted to break up with her, but ow! What is her hand made of? Metal?
It's okay, Huna. You can let go of his ear now.
I was gonna break up with her before the trip, but her dad asked me to wait. He's a friend of my dad's. Said she wasn't doing well, that this trip might help. Her therapist thought nature would fix things, I guess. She's all he's got. I just wanted to get her back safe. All of us.
Who and who?
Come on, Rose, show empathy.
Her going through stuff doesn't mean everyone else has to suffer for it. Her therapist should have taught her not to be a jerk, not to go out and connect with the trees. Now, if you don't mind, it's time for my nap. Huna pushed him toward the exit.
Wait, Huna, right? Here, I picked this flower for you. Thought it looked cool. I've never seen anything like it.
Huna clutched her chest, visibly touched, then promptly threw the flower away.
Shokuri!
It's poisonous, you idiot. Now get out. Huna gave him one last glare and dragged him out. That night, we had one of the biggest ceremonies yet. A celebration marking the Night of Arrival. A sacred tradition passed through generations, where they believe a god would descend from the sky to guide them. Apparently, I was that god. At one point, I noticed a kid staring at me with hatred? It was the first time I'd seen that kind of look directed at me here. Huna caught the tension. From what I could gather, the man they dragged away during the last blessing was his father. I was so tired of people blaming me for things that were completely out of my control. I mean, I was sorry it happened, but it wasn't my fault. Not really. So I stuck my tongue out at the kid. He hid behind his mom. A few moments later, the men came to carry my chair for some ritual. They lifted me high into the center of the gathering. Some people cheered, others bowed, and as I sat above them all, I felt it. No matter what I did, they would keep worshiping me. Even that boy from earlier had been pushed forward by his mom to join the celebration. Funny how I was someone's discarded kid. Now I'm someone's god. I still don't know which one hurts more. The boy stared straight at me. Then he pointed behind him. I followed the direction he pointed, half expecting nothing. But then, completely unrelated, I saw a glow. The glow was faint at first, but it quickly grew into visible flames, rising higher and spreading fast through the dark. I raised my hand and pointed, and the music slowly faded as people turned to look. Then came the gasps, and the shouting followed soon after. Panic broke out, and someone rushed to carry me away to safety. The next morning, smoke still hung in the air. Half the village was reduced to skeletons of ash and cinder. And yet, no one cried. Instead, they moved with an eerie calm, lining up in silence, carrying the last of their grain, jewelry, hand-carved trinkets, all for me, for their goddess. Children clutched burned dolls. Old women limped barefoot across blackened earth, as if none of it mattered. As long as I was safe, they would have done anything I asked. Anything. And for a second, I didn't hate that. That scared me more than the fire. How can I be a goddess if I can't even help them? I'm just an idiot, like Jessica always says. I attract chaos everywhere I go. The leader had dragged me away the moment he saw the flames. While others burned, he made sure I was untouched. Untouched and adored. Now he stood beside me, perfectly clean, arms folded, like nothing had happened. Why aren't they? Why isn't anyone upset? Just then, the leader spotted a woman near the back of the line, clutching something under her clothing. His face darkened. He barked something in his language and pointed at her. She froze, then slowly stepped forward, shaking. From beneath her clothing, she pulled out a small bundle of dried herbs and placed it at my feet. Her child clung to her side, coughing quietly. No, keep it. It's yours. You need it for your child. I tried to hand it back, but the leader yanked it from my hands and gave it to his men. He pointed at my hair, then nodded approvingly, muttering something about the herbs, as if they were meant for me, as if some miracle hair treatment was more important than a sick child. What is wrong with you? These people lost everything, and all you care about is them giving me things? What am I gonna do with all this stuff? What kind of leader are you? Just then, I spotted Jessica in the crowd and ran to her. Are you okay?
Why do you care? If you must know, I was assigned to clean the poop hole. Guess the fire saved me. Never thought fire could be a blessing, but here we are.
We need to find a way off this island, Rose.
I know, but we can't just leave them like this. We have to help them.
Well, gee, isn't that wonderful? Help yourself first, Rose.
Before I could respond, the leader started shouting orders, telling the villagers to rebuild. No rest, no mourning, just obedience. First we were asking how we'd survive the jungle. Now I'm wondering how we survive him. His men approached me again. I knew what that meant. Back to the teepee. Back to playing goddess. I didn't resist. I just walked silently, trying to figure out how the heck we were going to get out of here. That night, I sat in my teepee, waiting for Huna to sneak in Matthew and Jessica. But just then, I heard voices outside. I peeked through the fabric and saw the leader and several villagers gathered, tense and angry. In the center was Huna. The leader was holding my mom's necklace. They must have found out she had it and assumed she stole it. But why wouldn't they ask me first? Why jump to punishment? That was it. I stormed out and pushed through the crowd. I grabbed the leader by the horned band on his head and stared down at him. Everyone, he's not pure. I don't give him my blessing. Take him away. Why are you looking at me like that? I said, take him. But no one moved. They all looked down. And then, quietly, so did he. His chin dipping just slightly, like he'd expected this. Like he knew they would choose him over me, even now. So who do you fear now? God or man? I walked over to Huna and helped her to her feet. And for a second, everyone just watched, waiting for me to lead, to fix it. The weight of it hit me all at once, and it made me realize something. Maybe my biological mom didn't give me away because she didn't love me. Maybe she was just overwhelmed, trying to survive with more than she could carry. I used to hate her for that. But now, faced with such a big responsibility to help Huna and the others, I finally understood how overwhelming it could be. And I was going to make a different choice. I wasn't walking away. Inside, Matthew and Jessica were already waiting.
Hey, Huna. Looking lovely today. Anyway, Rose, we found a boat on the shore. It looks solid, newly built. Since everyone's busy rebuilding the village, we figured we could take it. Tonight, get ready.
And leave everyone? With that jerk still in charge?
You didn't seem to mind when he was pampering you.
Yeah, and you're really making it hard for me to regret punishing you. She rolled her eyes. Anyway, you guys can go. Try to get help. Sounds like I'm the only one who can stop that man from hurting more people. I'm their god, remember? I'm safe. Just then, Huna reached over and squeezed my hand. Father, leader. Wait, he's your father? Wow, this man just keeps giving. Huna gestured for us to wait and slipped outside. 5 minutes later, she returned with folded clothes, disguises. We changed quickly and followed her out. We walked through the woods in silence for about 20 minutes.
Remind me again, why are we following this primitive girl deep into the jungle? What if she's leading us to be sacrificed? Let's go back, guys. I mean, this place is messed up enough, even for you, Rose.
They think I'm something sacred, like a spirit their ancestors waited for. The tattoo, the crash, the timing, it all fits some old legend, I guess.
Yeah, plus those weird red-green eyes and your olive skin. I mean, you're also like goddess-level beautiful. Whoa, look at that!
We had arrived. In front of us was a hidden stash. Crates of food, piles of fruit, and even gold. Not a few coins, but full chunks and trinkets. All hoarded by the leader, probably taken from the people or gathered during raids. I wasn't even sure if he knew what gold was, or just kept it because it looked shiny.
We need to leave tonight. If we make it to the mainland, maybe we can bring help, especially if we tell them about this. Smart thinking showing us this spot, Huna.
Huna blushed, smiling shyly. Jessica rolled her eyes and ran toward the pile, stuffing gold into her pockets.
If I'm gonna die in the ocean, I might as well die rich.
I'm staying. I'll help these people. Or die trying. Just then, I spotted something. Movement. A snake slithering behind Jessica. I lunged, grabbed it, and flung it into the woods. It was right behind you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks, Rose.
I gave her a small, tired nod.
Come on, let's move. We've got some escaping to do.
Why are you so excited about this? You do realize it's not one of your yacht trips, right?
Yeah, and I was sent to jungle camps before I even learned how to shave. My dad called it
Character building.
character and mosquito bites.
We get it. You're rich but humble. Very Disney Prince of you. The three of us laughed, and we kept walking toward the shore. Are you guys sure about this?
More than ever. And I want to say something. I think I'm sorry for blaming you all these years. Look at me now, facing death and holding on to the thing that kept me bitter.
Great speech. Now let's move on, babe.
Don't babe me. I know you've been planning to leave me since forever. Just waited because you felt sorry for me. Pray I don't kill you on the way. Or maybe I will. Therapy is all about release, right?
Hey, Huna, take care, all right?
And then, to everyone's surprise, Huna hugged him.
What was that?
Seriously, what was that?
What can I say? Everyone loves me, tribal or not.
The next morning, I didn't wait for anyone to carry me out. I stepped out of my teepee on my own, hair tied up, eyes tired, but clear. The sky was still gray with ash, but the smell of smoke had dulled overnight. All around me, people were back to working, repairing what they could with what little they had. They didn't look up when I passed. No one bowed. Maybe they were tired of pretending. Maybe I was too. I walked up to the group building a new shelter frame and rolled up my sleeves. Where do I start? Before anyone could answer, the leader stormed over, his expression tight.
Tako mohana. Biki hana so.
He pointed toward my teepee. It was clear. He wanted me to go back, to sit on my chair, to play the part again. No, I'm not going back. He stepped closer, his eyes narrowing. You want a goddess? Fine. But what good is a goddess who sits around while her people rebuild the world? I'm not above them. I'm one of them. And if I stay, I help. He didn't answer, just stared for a long time. Then, without a word, he turned and walked away. That was the last time he tried to stop me. Over the next few days, I did everything I could. I carried water buckets on my back, helped tie wooden beams with vine rope, sat with the old women, and learned how they cooked with next to nothing. Huna showed me how to sharpen sticks into tools, and even taught me the word for thank you in their language. I said it a lot. Some of the villagers still looked at me with confusion, others with quiet surprise. But a few started nodding back, offering me fruit, smiling, just a little. It was a slow shift, but it was real. This is how freedom is made. Working together, sharing what we have. Don't you want to live in a place where we smile at each other as we pass, instead of hurrying away worried you might be punished? Where you get to choose your leaders, not fear them? I took Huna's hand and spun her around into a playful dance. She laughed, shy at first, then let herself enjoy it. Freedom doesn't mean chaos. It means you get to choose when to work, what to believe, who to follow. You don't have to give your food or your herbs or your memories to a god just to feel safe. You're already worthy. You're already free. You just forgot how to be. And then, on the 5th morning, I heard the sound. A low hum at first, then louder, unmistakable. A helicopter. I dropped the woven basket I was holding and ran. Others followed behind me, some hopeful, some scared. We burst out of the trees just in time to see it land in the open field beyond the village. Doors swung open. Medic stepped out first. Then 2 people ran past them. My dad and my mom. And behind him, her, my biological mother. I froze. She ran to me first, arms wide, eyes brimming.
Rose! Oh my god, Rose!
I let her hold me. She was shaking. I didn't know what to say, so I said nothing. I just let her cry into my shoulder. Eventually, the rescue crew tried to approach the villagers. They offered help, food, clean water. Some of the villagers nodded politely, but backed away. Others disappeared into the trees. They didn't want saving, not from strangers. I didn't blame them. Before we left, the leader and Huna approached me one last time. I stepped forward and hugged her tightly, burying my face in her shoulder. Come with me. You don't have to stay here. You can go to school, dance when you feel like it, be away from him. Be free. But she gently pulled away and gave me a small, sad smile before stepping back beside her father. I wanted to scream at her, tell her to run while she could, but I didn't, because deep down, I knew what it felt like to still need the person who failed you. I reached back into my bag and took out my mother's necklace. I pressed it into Huna's hand and closed her fingers around it. She blinked at me, stunned. It's yours now. The leader held something out, a single, rough chunk of gold. I stared at it for a long moment, then slipped it into my bag. I'd never say where it came from. Some things deserve to stay buried, but some people, even the broken ones, deserve the right to choose what freedom means to them.
Man, I'd kill to live this life. Freedom at its finest.